No?
There's so many mothers I still want to play. I'm not done with mothers. Shahid and me, because we've never really lived together in that sense.
Absolutely.
So it was very much like a person I could always depend upon.
We've spoken
Misha
so
and
much about
Zenka. My Zen is also a sweetheart. I mean, I really am fond of my grandchildren. Very, very fond of them. They're exceptional children.
Is there any chance we'll see you come back as Hansa in another season of
I
Khichdi?
hope so. I'm dying to play her. That's one character I've not had enough of.
Hello everyone and welcome to Pink Villa's special Mother's Day edition Dear Mom. Our guest today is one of the finest actresses of Indian cinema. She started out with Shyam Benegal's Kalyug in 1981 and since then has featured in many brilliant films including Masoom, Mirch Masala, Wake Up Sid, Goliyon Ki Ras Leela, Ram Leela and many more. However, she is most popularly known as Hansa from Khichdi. Yes, you've guessed it right. We have Supriya Pathak with us today. Ma'am, welcome to Pink Villa.
Thank you. Nice to be here, and I'm really looking forward to talking about moms, which is a very close and very interesting topic for me because there is such an expanse in the whole word mom. So I believe in so many things that a mom can be. That it's interesting talking about that one aspect of life.
2 years into getting into films in 1983 in Masoom, you played an unwed mother. Usually when actresses start out playing roles in cinema, they wouldn't want to play, at least in earlier times, they wouldn't want to play mother in a very early stage in their career because sometimes they fear to get typecast. Was that your concern when you took up these
roles?
Look,
I never had any of these concerns because my whole idea was I enjoyed acting. And those days there was not very much scope like you have today of so much of variety of platforms in which you can perform. We didn't have that kind of a privilege. So we had either the film or the theatre. That were the only two things, and television came in a little much later.
Yes.
So we didn't have that choice making. I would say a kind of luxury to make a choice regarding these things. So wherever you got an interesting role is what I would want to play.
But ma'am, you have played very varied kind of mothers on screen, right from Hansa, which can be called a careless mother.
Which can be called a mother.
A mother. Absolutely. But then there was this Goliyon Ki Ras Leela, Ram Leela, where you were this dominating mother to Deepika Padukone. Then there was Wake Up Sid, who was this loving mother who was trying to support her son as much as she can. And there are so many more. At the end of the day, basically, these are all mother characters. But how do you differentiate each one of them from each other and make them unique in their own way?
My husband, Pankaj Kapoorji, I really learned a lot from him. I mean, I still do every minute. And what he told me once, which kind of stuck in my head, was... every human being is different.
Absolutely.
It is the way we communicate that human being, that place that they live in, the surroundings that they have. All this attributes to the kind of characteristics of that person.
Sure.
And that really stuck to me. And I said, there are so many mothers in this world. There are so many different kinds of mothers, so many statures of mothers. Why can't I communicate different people, different mothers, their different emotions as best as I can to my audience,
But ma'am, does it still happen when these scripts come to you, they say you are playing a mother to someone? Or do they get into the character now and say, this is the character? And of course, it's a mother to the lead part also.
Well, it's mostly, you're the mother. First is that is the mother of this hero or the heroine or whatever. But I do feel now there has been a trend change.
Tell me, whenever somebody calls you and says, hi, this is the role you're playing a mother, and you're like, another mother?
No, I don't feel like that. No? There's so many mothers I still want to play. I'm not done with mothers.
Absolutely. Ma'am, how is your equation with Rohan and Sana?
I personally feel you should ask them because well, I don't think I'm really a mother to them in that sense. We are very much more like friends.
Oh wow.
I love chilling with them. I listen to the same music. I see the same things that they do. So I'm not really a mother. You don't listen to me, so I'm not a mother.
Yeah.
So basically, I think with Sana Ruhan now, especially at the time that they are at the age that we all are in,
Yeah.
I think we're just great friends. I mean, with Sana, though, I think I can talk all about my woes, my issues, and everything to her more than I can talk to anybody. So it's, and Ruhan also. Ruhan is my go-to person. If I need any, like if I'm getting stuck in a role or a scene, especially, like I go to him.
Wow.
He's the one who sorts things out for me in my head. Mom, try this, that kind of thing, and which works greatly for me.
Sure.
So we are friends. I mean, I don't have a mother relationship with either of them at all.
Wow. Okay.
That.
But ma'am, can we call this part of being friends with your kids now modern day parenting? I don't think it was the case earlier, right? Where my parents and kids were so friendly and they could have an open conversation. I can be wrong, but maybe that wasn't the case with the earlier generation.
I agree. I think today, I don't know how many parents and children today also have a relationship like this. Yes, maybe more now than it was earlier. Earlier, it was definitely not possible. Even with my mother, who was a very emancipated person, very modern in her thought, but still, she believed that she was the mother and she needed to have certain, dandas in her hand and behave in a certain way, which I personally don't know how to do. I don't know whether it's modern day parenting, but yes, I think lots of parents these days are wanting, the younger lot especially, is wanting to know more about their child and, relate to them on different levels. And yes, that's happened.
We spoke about Sana and Rohan. What kind of an equation do you share with Shahid?
Oh, we have a great, again, I'm not a mother because I don't know how to be that kind of mother, to tell you honestly.
Sure.
I really feel that Shahid and me, we share a relationship which is so much more than just a mother and son kind of a relationship. Because we met on a different platform and we related on a different platform. So it was, I met him for the first time when he was 6. So I was not there in his life for all the really young formative years of his life. So we met as friends, I think. I was a friend of his father's and therefore I met him. So it was more like a friend and it remained like that always. I think we have always been on a level where we are more like pals, we're more like, not pals. I think I would call Sana and Ruhan more like pals, but Shahid and me, because we've never really lived together in that sense. So it was very much like a person I could always depend upon.
Wow.
Sash has always been that person for me, I mean, he was always, I really love him. There's one thing that I really can say about, I really genuinely feel very strongly a feeling of love that I feel. And I can't really define the relationship. I don't want to either. But it's more like I believe him.
And you are very, very fond of Misha, right?
Yes. Misha
so
and Zenka. My Zen is also a sweetheart. I mean, I really am fond of my grandchildren. Very, very fond of them. They're exceptional children. Meera is an exceptional person, and the way she's brought them up is absolutely wonderful.
And this also reminds me to go on another aspect of a mother, which is a mother-in-law. It is so brutally, unfairly, showcased on cinema that, they are always these women who are behind the daughter's life, working on to everything. But what kind of an equation do you share with Meera?
Look, as I told you before, I've not been a mother, so I can't be a mother-in-law. So I am defined like that. I don't think I I don't understand
Yeah.
the aspect of all this that you're talking about. Yes, I've seen it around. I have had friends who have had experiences like that. I had a great mother-in-law. So to tell you honestly, I've never experienced it.
Yeah.
And I've never really known what being a mother-in-law is. Because one, Meera came to me as a daughter. I think I personally feel I'm a great friend of hers, and I would love to be, I would love to go out. We love going out shopping or going out for lunch or dinner or something. So these definitions are not in my head at all. So I really don't know how to react to that. Though, as I tell Ruhan, that when he gets his wife, I want to be a mother-in-law.
What kind of an equation did you share with Deena ji, your mother, who's a veteran in Gujarati cinema and so many other platforms?
We had a very unusual relationship, is what I would say. It was not like a direct mother and daughter, or she was not like a teacher, or she was not. I can't define it like that, but it was very valuable.
Is there any chance we'll see you come back as Hansa in another season of
I
Khichdi?
hope so. I'm dying to play her. That's one character I've not had enough of. So I'm really dying to play her because I love her. She's such a wonderful person. So carefree. I wish one could be like that.
I wish.
Imagine Hansa in Corona times. It
would have been disastrous.
Yeah, no stress. Because
no stress.
Why? What stress? Only different masks, all kinds of. Yeah. Oh, how wonderful she would be.
Absolutely. But is there a chance of another season happening? Are you all in conversation?
I have no idea. I keep telling them, let's do it again, but I don't know. It depends upon the producers.
Absolutely. But I hope it happens soon. And before we sign out, I just want to tell you, ma'am, this conversation has made me richer as a person. So thank you for speaking to me. And Pinkvilla, it is an absolute honor. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you. And I've had a lovely time talking to you too. Thank you so much.